Good morning. I'm outside today to do the Gratitude Chronicles. It's very exciting. I'm in my yard. Now the thing is, I think I can turn it around. Hold on. Yes. See? I'm in my yard. It's like 30 some degrees out, so it's super cold, but I have a sweater on, but I also have flip-flops. Now, if you are a mountain person, you understand. I want to be warm, but I don't want to be too hot. So this gives you a good balance. Flip-flops and a sweater. I'm out here with Wyatt, my baby. Let's see. Hi, baby boy. Hi, handsome. You gonna go run around? You wanna go lay in the sunshine? There was a squirrel when we came out, like right by the door, and he went woo, chasing after it. The thing is, he does not want to kill that squirrel. He wants to play with that squirrel. He wants to chase that squirrel. Will death result as him playing with it? I don't know. I don't know. He just wants to chase it. But anyway, the squirrel got away. Okay, let's do a song. This is the day. You are currently being recorded. This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to sit down on the fire pit because my chair is got frost on it and it's wet. Okay, listen. It's Friday. I've got, of course, hair in my eye. Shocker. Listen. I want to talk about something that may not make sense, but I couldn't think of a good title except for what I put, because the verses this morning in 1 Chronicles 16:9 and in Nehemiah 12:46, they're both talking about praising the Lord for his goodness. In Chronicles, David has brought the ark back, okay? And so they have people that are designated specific times to go and praise, and people guarding it, and they have a celebration and a whole song that they do about reminding themselves of all the goodness of God and how he brought them out. Like, there's all this praise about it. And then in Nehemiah was commissioned to help rebuild the wall of Jericho. And rebuild the wall in Jerusalem, whatever. He was supposed to rebuild the wall. But the point is, he had to facilitate peace, and he had talks for certain things, and he had to organize and all the different things to kind of lead people in this commissioning, right? And then once they rebuilt the wall, they dedicated the wall, they had this huge party and a huge celebration. And it even says that the women and the children were part of the celebration, which I think is interesting. They had to specify that, but they had a huge party and a huge celebration, and it was so raucous and noisy that you could hear this celebration from afar. And that they had this whole setup, right? Anyway, my point in telling you these two things is, I was reading through what they were doing, praising God, reminding themselves of all the things that God did, the goodness of God, how he brought them out of certain things, and how he is all-knowing, and how he created all things, and right? But I realized there are so many places in the Bible where they are partying. They have a feast and a celebration, and there's ritual and tradition for celebration, and people that are designated to You're going to hear my dog bark in a second. Designated to celebrate. I don't think we do that. We go to church and we sing our songs, and maybe during special holidays and stuff we do. But like, it feels like in the Old Testament, like it's a regular thing as a community, as a family. They are eating and feasting and being together and celebrating God and talking about His goodness, like, and singing songs about it. We don't do that. I was thinking to myself in my mind, I was imagining like in heaven it's going to be the perfect party, of course. But I was imagining how that would feel. Like I do church online. I haven't gone and found a church in person yet. I have no friends, which is, this is fine by me. I'm not like upset. I love my husband. He's my best friend. My mother-in-law is my very best friend. My mom is my best friend. My family. I want to be with them. I love them. I don't have any like girlfriends. I don't go to church physically. I don't have a good community here in Georgia, but I love Georgia. Like, I love Georgia, right? But I thought, what would it look like to have community with people where you're getting together regularly and eating and talking about God and all the things He's done in your life and singing and just having fun, like game night. Let's just celebrating, right? Just being like, I don't know. I think they did that a lot. Like, and it was scheduled. It was expected, scheduled, part of the everyday, like part of life. We don't do that anymore. We're dull. We don't do all the fun things and celebrate and eat and get together, and we're too busy, we're too scheduled out, we're too this, we don't want to know people. People make us mad. Like there's too much of ourselves. We have just completely cut ourselves off from the true family and community and celebration and joy that God wants us to experience, I think. I don't know what that will look like and how I could implement that, because I don't really have any friends. But that's okay. I don't know. I just thought, you know what, as I read more and more, as I read in the Old Testament, I feel like they were party planners. It was expected. The celebration, the praising God. There were tribes that were designated to keep watch over the ark and to praise the Lord during specific consistent times during the day and stuff like that. I don't know, it was the Levi tribe. But it said that they didn't get a special inheritance or something. I don't understand all the details of these things, please no. But because their inheritance was the Lord's, like their special thing was that their tribe got to do this praising the Lord regularly and guarding the ark or whatever it was. I don't know. There's whole things set up for joy and goodness and laughter. In Nehemiah, after they were celebrating and consecrating the wall, it said that the men, the women, the children, they were celebrating and so joyous that you could hear them way afar. I just imagine the music and dancing and food and happiness. I don't know. Does anybody understand what I'm saying? Anyway, I like going through all of these things. I don't read the Old Testament a lot, and the more I read through it, it's been really good, for me. And there are so many things about the praising of the Lord and getting together and community and food, like all the things, right, that I just think, man, we're missing that. We don't want to know our neighbors. We don't want to know the people around us. And if we do see them, we're like, you know what I mean? We just don't love people. We are too busy. We're too scheduled. We're too concerned with things of this world. And we don't love people. We don't care about them. So we don't want to have community, honestly. So anyways, whatever. I gotta go. Let's show you my baby. Hey, Wyatt. Wyatt. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? He's eating stuff. He's too busy. He's sniffing. There's squirrels running around the trees. He's like, oh my God. Hi. All right. Well, I love you like a crazy person. It's Friday. I hope you have a great weekend. Be good to one another. Don't forget you are one of the one another's. So don't forget to be good to yourself. I love you, and I mean it, Peanut. Mwah.